Welcome back. Audrey McGinnis joins us from Every Girl Gourmet, and she's teaching us how we can kick up our sides for Thanksgiving. Yes. I'm so excited. It looks like we have some sweet potato action going on.
We do. And, you know, I grew up with sweet potatoes with the marshmallows on them, pop them in the oven, they brown, and everybody's happy. But then I met my husband and started hanging out with his family, going to all their functions, and was introduced to Grandmamie's sweet potato souffle. And
sounds amazing.
It's not really a souffle, but she's 80 years old, so we're not going to argue with her.
We're going to let her call it
whatever she wants. But it's a casserole, but it really kicks up your sides. It falls right into, you know, my criteria of a recipe I'm going to promote, that it looks decadent, tastes decadent, but it's really easy to make.
Perfect. Let's do it.
And it includes lots of butter. So that's
Yum,
the other thing. So
everything's better with butter.
It has to have butter. So it's super easy. We're just going to start off. I'm going to let you kind of dump things in. We're going to dump it into one little bowl. It's just canned sweet potatoes, and you can mush them up a little bit.
Easy.
We're going to put in a couple of eggs, some brown sugar, and I love this because you just do it all together. It doesn't take but a minute. A little bit of nutmeg, a little bit of cinnamon.
Yum.
Some sugar, and melted butter. And then what we will do is just, that's kind of there, just going to take your blender.
Perfect. And I'll let you do that dance.
Yeah, I don't want to get that all over your pretty dress. And we're just going to whip this up, get those eggs really well incorporated.
Even this right here smells so good.
Yeah, it just, and then once you start cooking it, your house, that cinnamon and nutmeg, all that stuff, the brown sugar just really makes your house smell so good.
Amazing.
And this is one of those things where you can eat it as a side dish. It really does kick it up. And then come back for dessert. And it's just as good as for dessert. So
perfect.
It's kind of like getting dessert while you're eating your meal, too.
Nothing's better than a little dessert with your turkey.
Awesome. I don't really show up at events unless this is going to be served, so she knows now.
Perfect.
Been around long enough.
Grammy always makes the sweet potatoes when you're coming.
Yeah, she knows it for Audrey.
And this is like such a simple recipe, so even for your cook that's not super experienced.
Absolutely. I mean, this is basically it. You're just going to whip that till it's well incorporated, and then we will just dump this into a baking dish. You don't have to spray it. You just pour it in. That butter is going to keep it from sticking. And I'll let you smooth that out. And then what we're going to do with this little bowl over here is, oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to put a little vanilla, but we can just mix that right in. There you go. Just stir that up.
Yeah.
Can't
add a little bit more flair.
And you know, I use Mexican vanilla.
It's the best.
It is so good. Just the smell of it, it's so much better than regular vanilla. So we're just going to mix that up. We're going to put that in the oven, let it go for about 20 minutes, so it'll start cooking the eggs. While that's cooking, we're going to make the topping.
Okay.
So after 20 minutes, we'll
add the
pop it back out, and all it is some chopped up pecans, a little bit more brown sugar, a little bit of flour, and that's going to help thicken that syrup as it starts to cook, and then, of course, more butter.
Done.
And all you do with that is take your little spoon here, just give that a little and you're just going to mix this up, and it will become a sweet little paste.
Yum.
And you'll
get kind of crunchy on top.
It does. Well, it cooks, because what you'll do is you will cook this again for 20 minutes after you've sprinkled it on top, and then the last few minutes turn it on broil, so that sugar really caramelizes and creates a nice little crust.
It gets extra tasty.
Extra tasty. So then you can see this just is like this. And then we'll just pretend that has
been in there for 20.
And it just comes out, and you just kind of sprinkle this back on top. And we'll just pretend that that's all done. And then, after that,
yum,
it's time to bring
the magic of TV.
Oh, this is hot. Grab it. There we go. Okay, and there you have it.
Amazing.
Smells wonderful. It's crunchy. I'll serve you some.
I'm excited to try. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Yum.
And what we did, the recipe that I showed you today is for half, but the recipe that'll be online will be for a full 9x13 pan.
So all your guests
can get some. Yes, big old family servings.
Well, thank you so much, Audrey.
You're welcome.
And stay back, because we have more or stay tuned, because we have more broadcast. I'm getting so excited.